Hey guys, it's Clara. Welcome back to my channel. I just got back from vacation, so I'm trying to do a bit of cleanup of the perennials, and I'm deciding which of the plants we're going to let go and pull out, getting ready for some of the fall crops. So we just went through our peppers today, and here's what we picked. So happy, and it looks like one of the purples was almost ready. But we just couldn't wait. There's so many purples waiting to ripen, so I thought it was okay to pick a few before they're ready. Starting next to the door, it looks like the herbs are coming back. We had a lot of rain over these past few weekends, so I think that's why. Before, it was getting so hot and they were not looking very happy. It was getting pretty hard to keep the garden watered. And we just had my sister's in-laws come in on Monday, and I gave them a bunch of the leaves of the bitter melon plant. Apparently you could put it in soups and dishes like mungo. Over here I have a few peppers that I'll probably pick today. I think they're ready. Some red bells. These are smaller by comparison to the ones in the bigger pot, but this is a kind of a small pot for such a big pepper plant, so that goes along with that. Have some marigolds. I need to pick off the dried stuff. This parsley is still going strong. I have my strawberries. I don't know if I should put these two pots in a bigger barrel for next year. This plant keeps putting out runners, and yeah, I'm wondering if I should really be more proactive in taking care of those. And then this one just puts out a few runners, but there's a few strawberries in there you probably can't see because it's so bright out. That I do need to pick. I wasn't expecting a whole lot of strawberry production, to be honest, because I just kind of wanted to get the roots going. And then for the fall crops, I've gotten a couple things started. This is green onions, and I was a bit worried because we've gotten some heavy rains. I was worried it was disturbing the seeds too much, but it looks like there are some that are growing. A few little sprouts there. Another fall crop is the mesclun greens, and I'm surprised that the seeds took because, again, the soil was disturbed so much by the rain. But yeah, I'm really happy to see it, and I'm gonna need to thin these out. And I still have these French breakfast radishes that I had shown you that I had planted 630, and I probably will be doing one more crop rotation of the radishes. There'll be a total of maybe 6 harvests of the season. My daughter Xenia is doing really well in this teeny tiny pot from the Dollar Tree. Still have the basil, although I've been picking off the flowers, but I think I'm just gonna let it go to seed because the taste has changed so much with all the heat and my lack of watering. And then I think these tomatoes are pretty much done. There's a few left, but it takes a lot of water to water these things in the container, and I don't know if it's worth it to keep watering for just a very few amount. There's maybe 10 per plant. But we'll see how things go. There's been so much rain lately that I've been getting by without watering them. You can't do that for long because these huge tomato plants take a lot of water. Okay, and these are the peppers in the back here that I did not prune. And we have some that we picked some this morning, but they look to be doing pretty well. That's the purple one. Over here is the garlic, and I don't know, is this ready? This is probably ready, right? Because it's starting to brown at the top and I'm seeing seeds. I don't know. I've never grown garlic before, so I'm kind of scared to pull this out just in case it's too early, but I think I might have to. And then over here is one of the pepper plants I did prune, but I put 3 marigolds in there and the marigolds just kind of took over. So the peppers, they're doing okay. They had maybe there was maybe 5 peppers. I picked a few already, but those are the purple ones. Now let's go to the other side here. So we have, this is probably one of the pepper plants that's doing the best. I picked a few from it. This is a red bell pepper, and there's a few new ones up here, but I might have to pinch off the flowers. Oh, hello ladybug. Go ladybug, go. I like ladybugs. They eat all the bad stuff in the garden. But I might have to pick the flowers off because that might hinder the growth and the ripening of the existing peppers. We'll see. This is another red bell. Another red bell. And each one has marigolds in the pot with it, just to help in case, you know, there's some pests and animals and such. And I'm gonna keep these throughout the year inside and see how they do. I might have to pick off these buds though, but we'll see how that goes. I might have to prune them again to thicken up the stem. I have my butterhead lettuce growing, and it's really being I don't know, it's being overshadowed over something by this huge marigold. I've had to prune the marigold already. So I don't know whether I should yank the marigold or what, but I just kind of put it there because I thought it would be pretty, but it looks kind of weird, right? Here's some marigolds in the Target tin, and I don't know, they look weird. They're like too tall or something, but I'm happy that they're there. Okay, let's go over to the trellis area. My Boo's green bean plant is still fighting and trying to grow. And I think those are flea beetles. See those little guys? Or no, that might be pollen from the marigold. I think that's actually pollen, sorry. Yeah, it's still trying to grow. So, I don't know. I think that's kind of impressive because it got hacked off by the bunny when it was closer to the ground. These are the bitter melon plants, and I've been very, very lax in taking care of them over the past few weeks just because we have so many, and I'm the only one person that eats them, and I have relatives that eat them, but they live kind of far away. So yeah, I still have a few that are growing, but they've been on the vine for a while, and despite fertilizing them, they're not growing as big as the first crops were. So I don't know, I might actually pick some of these leaves off and freeze them. I heard that you could do that, but definitely the ones that have mildew will have to go for sure. I need to really get rid of them, and then probably disinfect the trellis as well, because I'm sure it carries some of those mildew spores. And oh, look at this one way at the top here. You see this bitter melon? How the heck am I gonna get that thing? I don't know. I might have to ask hubby to help me out. Roses are doing great. They did much better with pruning, and I am gonna have to do a bit of weeding. I might do a second round of pruning at mid-fall, but we'll see. Just for aesthetic purposes, I've been pruning the hostas, and I wanted to take you over to this plant. I do believe a lot of you are right that this weird plant that I didn't know what it was is a mullein plant, and with a lot of the dry weather, it's kind of died off. It did end up having yellow flowers at the top, so I do think, let me focus, I do think it's a mullein, and I thought that was it, but then I started noticing over here, I think this is another one growing. So what I might do is actually spray these, because I don't want these. I've heard they can be very invasive. There's weeds here, of course, at the edge of the woods, but I've heard the mullein can get pretty bad. So, say hi, Boo. Hi, Boo. Hi, Boo. So yeah, that's really it for this garden tour. Look at all this mess from the pruning of the hostas and the other flowers. It's a lot. It's a lot of work, guys, but I don't know. I think it's worth it. So yeah, so that is it for this garden tour. How is everybody's gardens doing? Are you finally having some rain like we are in zone 5, or is it just so hot that you are having to water a ton, or do you have a rain barrel? We keep buckets for now until I can buy a rain barrel. Right there at the edge of the house where the gutters kind of go down a little bit, there's a bucket there, and then on this side the water comes down here at this corner, and I collect some water there. Yeah. Oh, and there's that white cabbage looper moth. I hate those freaking things. Ever since I become a gardener, there's certain animals and bugs that I'm like, I hate you, you know, certain beetles and stuff. Except for ladybugs. We like those kinds of beetles, because I think they're beetles, right? Anyway, yada yada yada, gabby gabby gabby. I hope everybody is doing well at the end of the summer, and hopefully I'll do another update in the fall. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.